and good evening everybody here. I'm actually going to have another November session here, so that's fun. And it's almost before Thanksgiving, so I'm having actually a bit more free time in my hands here. I've been kind of bored throughout most of the breaks, so just hope everybody's having a good day today. That's always what I want to ask, because not everybody has the brightest day for each other, so I think it's nice to always give like a bit of a good set of support, to say the least. So I do need to paint some cars, like usual. I think I need to render some later on. I know Viper Ghost asked me something, so I gotta remember that in my head. So I should have written that down as a note. But otherwise, I pretty much kind of forgot about that. What do I need to do? I need to download some numbers. I need to download this ARCA number here. I was gonna use it for the 8 car I have to paint shortly. I actually already do have this number, so I might as well just get it. Just make sure I had it. Easier said than done. So, let's get to it. So let's see here. Reese's PCs. Reese's Feces, I don't know. Let's see, Ditech, I'm assuming it's like the Harpic sponsor we had from a while back. Regal Cinema, I've never seen Regal Cinema. Oh, there's one in Kansas City. Nice. It's not that bad. That's what it is. I guess that's what it is. It's an interesting sponsor. That's something I'm gonna have to do some adapting to, so I'll look into that some other time. Reese's, there's a lot of other things in there. Oh man, a friend posted something, so I better look at that real quick. You guys won't be able to see it, but I'm going to be looking at it. It's a bit of a preview for my friend here, so. Ooh, wow. So a friend of mine is actually working on a crash comp at the moment, so that's going to be hopefully interesting to see here. I'm not looking at the chat at the moment, but I hope everybody, like I said, hopefully everybody's having a good ass time. Thanksgiving is around the corner there, so for those that are going to have a good Thanksgiving, hopefully you're out with your family or hanging out with your family tomorrow or some other time later this week, because y'all deserve it. Y'all are absolute wonderful people. And even if you think you may be an asshole, you're not. I think some of you just have flaws. We all have flaws. So, I'm no inspirational speaker to be exact, but, you know, it's better than nothing. If you like to just sit back and relax and watch the stream here, if you want to. I mean, not everybody's gonna stay around. So, I mean, I don't expect much. My parents are out watching a concert. Not quite sure what kind of concert though, but it'll be a fun one for them. Let's see, do I have any? A lot of Chevys I have to paint, so let's get to it. And we know the sponsor. We're gonna have Reese's. It's not Reese's. It's, some people say Reese's, but I say Reese's. So that's fun and dandy. I have that logo somewhere. I don't want to really go for a simple car. This one I feel like I could do so much with. And looking at the color, we're gonna obviously go for the typical orange. I haven't made a Reese's car in such a long time. I made a Harvick replica on a Xfinity car, but that's pretty much about it. I haven't really done anything else with it ever since. And we're gonna do a layer group here. Let's do that. I hope a lot of you were watching that Homestead race. It got pretty exciting and all that such. So, unorganized logos and templates. Yeah, I'm pretty unorganized. Where are we? We were... Let's syrup on some of that. Look at some yellow here. We're definitely gonna go for some yellow here. We're gonna go for those colors around. Slurp it. I'm just gonna try and save all these color codes as fast as I can, because fast. Go NASCAR fast. So we're gonna. I really have to think through this one. It's really a lot of storm. I haven't really thought about this car as much, or thought about the concept I want to do with it, because I'm a bit unsure about it. I forgot how ugly that Menard's face was on the car. Let's do design first. I think it'd be easier if we did the design, because I think I'd have to manage from there on. I don't really want the orange. I don't think the orange is going to be deemed necessary. So, when I think of Reese's, I think of peanut butter. And peanut butter cups are a lot of things around them. So, chocolate. But that looked like an M&M scheme, if I wanted to be honest there. Just makes a flaming base with the orange. Oh god, that would be terrible. What to do, so much to think about. I'm gonna do a lot of experimenting, like I said. Experimenting is just kind of a big thing around when you paint, and knowing how much my mood is and how solid I feel, it's not bad. It's a pretty good feeling. I have a different way of organizing compared to other people, so I mean it varies. This is not something I would really like to make. This is a weird one. This looks like one of those messed up Casey Mears schemes I'd make, like if I were on a high or something, and then yeah, definitely gonna do. It's just a little concept. It's just a fun concept. No, that's terrifying. No, that does not look good. So that's definitely not what we want. I definitely want the main components, besides the orange base, we're definitely going to look at something like brown and yellow. And that is exactly what we want. At least for me, I want it. I know other people how I have better creativity, much more creativity. I see a lot of that in the digital design group on Facebook, and it's probably one of the most fascinating things about painters, is that people have a diverse way of thinking about how they can create their schemes, and the way it's executed can be done either perfectly or just rather terrible. Brown and yellow, pieces of shit, and piss. So those are good colors, I guess. Hygiene colors. If I wanted to be completely honest, there, those are the colors of hygiene, and you know how bad hygiene is for a lot of us. The other day I was looking around. I'm a weird person sometimes, so it's like I look around, see up some. There was a lot of weird stuff going on, and I don't really know. since I'm going for a major in pharmacy, I got a PCAT book, so I'm a nerd. I'm gonna be nerdy. I'm gonna be just like you guys, or some of you guys. I'm gonna go into the big leagues, boys. The equivalents. There. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Hey Schwal, I saw your comp, so your preview. It looks really good so far. I hope it really turns out well, because I really do like the vibe to it. Well, I mean, you'll probably get a lot more views than mine, so... I mean, it's not... Mine was, I mean, a lot of people liked mine, but I saw, like, this people didn't like the song choice, which I'll respect, you know? You can't... People have different tastes in music, so... Next time I'm gonna try and put something more mainstream, guys, so let's see how that goes. Oh, this is the wrong car here. It's not what I want. EST. BMP. I did manage to get the MacBook to open up Car Viewer, but that's not hard when I look back at it now. So, so that's good news for me. So, obviously, maybe I could get 3ds Max on there, but I don't really need to when I just need to simply just get Car Viewer just so I can match up the front end and the back end. Because one of the hardest cars I'm painting is actually a PureTech car, and looks like the stream's liking the Car Viewer a bit. This is just wavy. I don't think I'll mind this one, actually. This one, I think this one I'm going to stay simple with a Reese scheme. You don't really need to go over the top with it, honestly. And I think I'm going to keep it like that. Typically, the Kevin Harvick scheme with the Reese's scheme is literally just a straight line up here, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. I think if you just keep it, if I just keep it wavy, I think we'll be good from here. So yeah, let's definitely go for a simple scheme. We don't need to go over the top on it. We just have to go keep it just straightforward. I'm not really gonna go over the top with this scheme actually. So let's save this real quick. I always save it with the number first, like the car number. So let's see, Reese's, I don't know. HNS 18. So we're definitely gonna go for something a lot more fluid or just simpler. I'm not gonna go over the top with this one. I think this is perfect for a Reese's scheme. I don't know if I'd be good for an ASMR video. Maybe if I whispered in the mic like really close, it'd be creepy. I mean, radio voices could make you fall asleep if you wanted to. That's what I remember one friend told me, like, "Hey DJ, your voice is so smooth, I could literally fall asleep to it." And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because either one, you must be really enticed by my voice, or two, you really just think I'm really boring. I usually think it's just the latter half, because I don't think I'm that entertaining. I can make good videos, but that's pretty much about it. I don't really try to do anything else that tries to stick out. Though I do commentaries, so that's not saying much. And let's see, we're gonna save this baby here. I'm always such an OCD freak on these kind of schemes, because it's just like, I always want to match up the back end perfectly. See, this is kind of, I'm not gonna do anything with the roof here, like up here. It's not really necessary. I say we just need a side design here. I'm gonna get rid of that plug there. I hate putting that computer plug there. It's just a pain in the butt. And so let's save this as we go. Always save as you go. I know people use Photoshop a lot, so I'm definitely probably some other time, I'm gonna definitely do a stream about myself just trying out Photoshop more often. So I think that's something I'm gonna do in the future. And then we're gonna do one more here. We're gonna get one more stroke. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a simple scheme. This is something I'll like. It's better than what TJ Hanley tries to do on occasion, so I mean... If you ever watch his streams, I don't know how he gets a lot of like, how he gets so many people. if you're wondering there, Cosmo Theoretica, I don't know how to say your user properly, but it's going to be a Reese's scheme. So we're definitely going to, that's what we're going to be aiming for. The components are basically going to be yellow, and brown. In terms of design color, that's what we're looking at. I'm going to try and lower this a bit so I can match it up properly. Obviously, it looks like it's kind of conflicting with the side skirt there you see in the bottom on the other side, but looks like we're good here. That's going to be a minuscule detail, though. Not many are going to pay attention to that not matching up, because it wasn't like that for all the other schemes I've made. So alright. That is a nice, Ryan is a nice name, though. I don't mind that. I typically just try, usually when I have to remember new names for anything or anybody, the problem is, though, I have to use a mnemonic device, but then I typically forget the person's name. So I'd have to know you a lot better, but I mean, it's just part of it, you know? I'm not mad at anybody. I try not to get mad at anybody these days, because I think it's just silly. I don't know many people on YouTube that much. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people I know because of TeamSpeak, Discord, all that. I don't really have an official Discord because I don't really need one. I don't think it's necessary for myself, because I try to avoid being as self-centered as I can. So for me, I like to help a lot of people, but if I'm pretty stubborn about that, though. I think one of my main weaknesses in anything is that I'm sometimes a bit too nice, or sometimes I'm a bit too self-centered. But I don't express my self-centeredness much on YouTube and online, but if you ever meet me as a person, I'm pretty selfish, actually. Like, if you knew me, or at least my parents think I'm selfish, because I like helping. I think the problem for me is that I just help so much with people painting. I kind of forget about managing my time. I don't really help myself sanity. I wouldn't say I help much of the community. I just kind of just go forward with it. We'll see, there we go. It's not, see, it's just a simple. Gonna anchor that. I don't really want to do anything much with this from here on. Otherwise, we are right off to a good start with this scheme. And obviously, we're gonna get rid of this brown sooner or later. Don't worry. This brown line, it just blobs. It's just the purpose of the outline. So let's see. 2018 NASCAR season is gonna be quite interesting. We already know about how silly the silly season's already gotten so far. So I mean, don't correct me on that, because that's already been a mess. Let's see. A couple of the paint schemes I saw were pretty disappointing. I mean, I could have easily nutted at some of them, but I couldn't. I simply couldn't, so, I mean, that's the only other disappointment. Let's see, do they look the same? I should probably use the wireframe for this one, actually, so that might help. SSST wires. See, Thanksgiving dinner is going to be probably just the average, honestly. If I want to be honest, my Thanksgiving dinner is going to be pretty average. It's just going to be a normal day, honestly. Just with the exception of the holiday there. It's just kind of an obligation for me, but I do like eating out with my family, though, which is pretty fun, so don't worry about that. I'm not that antisocial with life. Though, if you wanted to be honest, in my opinion, I think the Kane ordeal was going to be kind of inevitable. It's like, I think a lot of us knew that Casey Kane was going to leave that 5 sooner or later, because it's just, in my opinion, that car is kind of the R&D car. It's kind of the shit car off the grid typically. So it doesn't really get as much, I guess, as much speed as the other ones. But then yet the 48's been kind of terrible all year. But then yet, I don't know what's with Jimmy's team. So if my honest opinion. Save it again. See, Paul Menard going to Wood Brothers. A lot of us predicted that pretty well, so I think we're pretty good geniuses in that part. Same thing maybe with, oh, it's not what I want. There we go. Probably gonna keep this part yellow. The splitter. There we go, that's what it's called. I almost lost my sense of terminology there. Johnson's only won like 2 races, I think. Let's see. No, he's won 3. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. It's 3. He won Dover, Texas, and Bristol. So those are the 3 races he's won. So you're right, actually. Front spoiler color. There we go. Looks a bit wonky here. Debating on whether I might make the spoiler yellow if I wanted to. Let's see how that works. If it doesn't work out, we can definitely just undo it. It's not much of a big deal. Real windows color, and I don't really care much about that. I'm gonna leave that for now. If people don't like it, I'll definitely just leave it back to black. If you're thinking of Kane, yes, Kane has won the Coke 600 in 2012. He won the Brickyard 400 this year. Yeah, Kane's had some good years. I'd say his 2012 stint was definitely the best one. It's like the first year with the 5 cars been the best year. He won. He did win some other. He won at Bristol in 2013. Kane has won a lot of time. In my opinion, Kane had 2013 a really good season for him until the chase came in, and everything kind of went bad for him. So Kane deserves a bit more credit than he typically does. So I think he'll be fine in the 95. Though the 95 has some solid speed. They won't be obviously like the front runners, but definitely I'd say a top 10, top 15 car. If they can do something, if Levine can definitely do something right with their cars, because Michael McDowell can qualify those cars pretty well too. So, and Michael McDowell isn't necessarily a bad driver. He's just kind of there, in my opinion. He's just kind of that driver that's just kind of there in the NASCAR circuit. Same thing with like Paul Menard. Paul Menard's a pay driver though, so money talks a lot. So same thing with Eric Almirola. I would consider him a pay driver as well because of Smithfield being with him so much. So. Casey Kane won Atlanta in 2014, basically clutched his way into the chase there. Didn't go too far there, missed it out in the round of 12 in that year, so not much of a big difference for him. Let's see, yeah, okay, so we're good there. I'm debating on whether I want to bring the chocolate chip with me for the Reese's logo on this side. I don't remember how the Harvick logo is being like that. Let's see, I have to look back at it. Yeah, they had the Reese's on the... Okay, see, they had Reese's on the side. See, I didn't want to go with that one. I mean, I still want the simple design, like... This one, they had, like, the Cascarala, like, imposter one. Oh, even though this was before Cascarala was a thing. Before he's probably born, honestly. But, I mean, it looks rather fine. I think... I'm probably going to actually leave it black. I think it looks better in black, but that's just a matter of opinion, though. We'll have to wait and see how this end result goes, because I think it's fine. Mark Martin was good in 09, but just kind of faded after those other years he's been in the 5, so... Or he was in the 5, to be exact. Let's see. Ditech? I think I still have that logo somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not going to be that kind of person who likes to advertise, but I hope some of you actually want my crash comp. I know a couple of you did. I am aware, like I said, of the song choice. Not many people liked it. People like the editing, but not so much the song, which I will respect. Like I said, people have different opinions of the song for a reason. So the only thing I don't like, and I'll be honest here, the thing I don't like about crash comps is that people will overplay the same kind of music, and that's just only a pet peeve of mine. The editing is typically fine too, but I'm not saying I hate that music. It's just the problem is, it's just I feel like I'm hearing it so much to the fact that it's just repetitive and it doesn't feel as engaging. Yeah, I can understand people didn't like the Panic at the Disco song that I used. I actually had a couple friends help me out with that one. Actually, I kind of was a bit dashed or a bit conflicted and indecisive about what song I wanted to use, because originally I was actually going to use a Linkin Park song, but I didn't want to go too mainstream because I'm not a Chester person. Okay, I'm not a Linkin Park person because I didn't want to jump into that bandwagon. And I do love Panic at the Disco too, and that's definitely one of my favorite few artists here. So let's see. Looking at it, so I feel like the Reese's logo looks a bit too big on my screen. Then yeah, they kind of like a stretch the hell out of it in most of these, so I can't really say much about them. Unless I wanted it really small and kind of spaced out, because they just leave a lot of empty space right over here for no reason, really. So I think I'm gonna keep it the way it is for now. This is for now. This is for now, right now. But otherwise, we're gonna keep on going. We're going to keep on persevering through this scheme. I typically try to memorize what certain rotations of the layers based on the side and etc. It's not really consistent though in terms of some logos placement, sponsor placement, because you know, some I need to rotate more than others. So the spoiler black, yeah, I agree with that. Actually, I can understand that. For now. Let's bring this back to black. I think I agree with you on that. People might say different. Oh, it looks much better in black. Obviously keeping the splitter yellow, but I think we're gonna be fine with what we've got here. Just gonna put some logos here. I need to put some associates as well, so I'll put the number in for last, because that's probably for now it's the least important thing we need to look at right now, because the number, and it's gonna be number 8, so that's if you're wondering. Excuse me. I had some good old ribs for dinner. Ribs are pretty good. If you get the right ones, they're pretty well cooked. Obviously the Reese's logo is too big. We're definitely going to have to stretch this down like a rubber band. Or, not really a rubber band. We're going to have to condense it a bit, so restrict its longevity and, or whatever it is. I'm going to leave that camera there. It's kind of also there. Let's see. Okay. Reese's Pieces there. I'm probably going to put some silly associate on the deck leg. I most likely probably will not. I don't really have the urge to. I might just leave it as an associate actually for now. And then I typically just put a sponsor, like a different sponsor in that deck lid. I think I see that in a lot of cars actually, but I'm going to leave it for now. Alright. Oh, I definitely need to make this a bit bigger. And we're gonna move it a bit to the left, or to the right. We'll move it up to be exact. I kind of nudged it around on the screen there. I'm on the tool. So looking around here on my phone, I'm just looking at some stuff real quick. Sometimes I just kind of glance off a bit. So yeah, it looks fine so far. Maybe you have to center this Reese's logo a bit to the left or to the right. I have no sense of direction today, so sorry about that. The 8 Sony Cup card is better. I haven't even painted the 8 Sony Cup card is better yet, so I definitely need to do that ASAP. Yeah, once I make those Sony Cup cards, they're gonna look rad awesome, hopefully. So Reese's logo looks fine. Going to put this logo on here in a bit, near the roof. I think CM Racing is combined. I don't remember, so I could definitely put some associate logos. ASAP Rocky. Okay, thanks. There we go. Okay, so we got most of the logos down, the main logos. Let's associates. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on that one. I don't know which ones we could do, and we have strict sponsor rules and crap, so that's gonna be terrifying to be exact. I'm probably gonna put something on the C pillar, so right around here of the car. I don't know if it's C pillar. I don't know my car parts better than. I know a lot of you are much nerdier than I am, so I just design a lot and I do a lot of talking. I guess I can be talkative, but I can be rather quiet. So at least when I can design. Let's see. Who the hell wants Axle Instructions as a sponsor? Unless you're a Tommy Bondland like diehard fan, but otherwise, who cares? Ditech. There we go. This is the Ditech logo, the moment of truth. Look at that white just killing itself right now. Okay, I'm gonna paste this real quick because this white is not wanting to off itself. And then we're gonna make it a bit thick. We're gonna make it extra thick here. That's what we do. Huh. Ditech. I have to specifically follow the Hershey's thing. Oh wait, you know what? I could. Ew, it looks like crap. Goodness, that's not what we want. I'm like, yeah, this is for the 2018 Hardee's National Series. CH Productions 14, aka Caleb. I'm gonna leave that huge ass Ditech logo right there for now, actually. Maybe I'll put like some silly sponsor like Rockstar. I have to look at the teams a bit more. Freaking put Smash Mouth face somewhere in like the cars, a subliminal message. I don't know. I could make it brown, but I don't think it really would matter too much. It's all about details, man. Details. Yeah, I don't know if Schwal will make it to the 500 though, Caleb. At this rate. Hello, Rail fan. Welcome to the stream there of amazingness. Even though this isn't really amazing, you're just watching me paint like an ASMR video. Bob Ross. But Bob Ross is the truest ASMRist though, because his art, when you hear him dab that paint, it's like beating your meat. So, beating your schmeat. So, that's a good gift. Hey Corey, maybe I can give you an SCS ride in the future. For 2018. We'll have to wait and see if the signups kick in, okay? Think about it. SCS ride or HNS ride, actually, correction, because SCS slots are filled. No, it's still fun though when you hear Bob Ross beat the brush though. You can beat me. I mean, it's just like pretty sexual. It feels pretty sexual when you close your eyes. It's like the equivalent of masturbation. So beat that brush. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see. I have a couple logos I have that are PNGs. And I'll say this several times. I'll be as repetitive as I can. But PNGs are definitely the most preferred images if you can't find PSD logos. Because those are great to get. Because typically they do not have a white background on the back. So I think that's what you guys want to aim for there if you're painting ever. That is not like a degree DC solar. I could give them DC solar, but I could give that to my own team. Hashtag selfish. Dip your car, dirty mo radio. You know what? Let's do that. Dirty mo radio. Because Dale Jr. We're gonna bring this HNS cannon down to grain. I think they originally wanted that as a sponsor. Spy Optics I'll probably put on as well because they. I'm just gonna leave that there, just because. BNSF. That's a good recommendation, actually. BNSF. Isn't that like a train company logo, or is that? Yes, it is. Nice. That's a good recommendation. Thank you for that. Actually, never thought of that one. Probably gonna have to make that obviously white. So. I've heard of BNSF, actually. I think I might have seen. Don't they have diesels, obviously? So, I feel kind of stupid, actually, for that. Yeah, BNSFs, I've actually. Because obviously we don't do steam trains anymore. This ain't Thomas and Friends. The diesels have taken over in reality, guys. The plot twist. That's the darkest part of Thomas and Friends, because when you look at reality, diesels have taken over. Because we don't have much. We don't have much problems with pollution because of steam. But I don't think that's just being too philosophical and deep there in terms of conspiracy theories. These are yeah. I've seen this one definitely, and the Santa Fe one is a classic one. I'll never forget that one. That one's always a classic. I think I had a Motlano play set. I should put Diesel 10 somewhere, but I'm not going to. Dude, this nigga is the truest scare freak. Look at that claw. That claw is like a Pokemon. It's like a steel train. Robbie Jackson said that you shit on carpets. Thank you so much. I do that so often in the bathroom. Dude, I have this book. I have this book somewhere. I have that book somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere though. I'm definitely gonna have a video sometime in there. So Dytech's so huge on there. I think it's noticeable. Okay, so yeah, associates. I'm gonna put BNSF. Where did I put that? Okay. Logos. Okay. Wow, it turned all black. And we're gonna clearly make this brown. Just kidding. We're gonna make this white because we're white. Except for me, I'm Asian actually. Fun fact. And I'm gonna make this maybe black just to emphasize the point. Either that, or I actually make this white just to keep it consistent. Yeah, I think it'll just make the scheme blend a bit more. Let's see. We're gonna see where I can put this. Could do it like that? No. I'm just being silly there. I like how slanted it is. It's so italicized. Like, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Hello, Nexus. Welcome. I'm assuming some of you actually watched the TJ Hanley one, so I'll give you guys a pat on the back there. Okay, I'm definitely not putting that there. Oh, I need to do that. Thank you for telling me that, Caleb. So I'll give you some details on that shortly, and you know what? I'm gonna type myself a note in my MacBook actually. And I know that some of you that joined in late, I will tell you this though, I managed to get CardViewer working on a MacBook there. So I had to convert the exe to a .app, so basically app for short. And I'm gonna put this on my sticky somewhere. I'll definitely stream myself doing it on a Mac sometime, later this week, or maybe some other time. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'll definitely show it to you guys of how I'm doing it. With there's like a program called like Wine Bottler, or just Wine. I think it's called Wine actually on Mac. There you can do it. 1070. What does that mean? Okay. Let's see. Remind myself to tell Caleb. Playoff. Chase schemes. Scheme details. Okay. Put that on my stickies on my MacBook. I'll tell him that some other time. Not now. As for the logo, let's put this all the way down to the bottom. Let's get that done with. TJ Hanley's an alright person. I think the problem is, though, he kind of lacks the car viewers, so that's the only thing I don't like about his thing. He needs to definitely know. I don't think he's bad. I think he could be better. Hello. We are having a lot of people join in, surprisingly. So, I'm actually kind of surprised we have a lot of people watching this evening. So, again, I hope you all are all having a absolute wonderful time here today. If you just want to sit back and relax, or just hear me talk about other things in life, or my life itself, I don't know. I'm no bibliography here, so. You know, for some other time, I felt really. Have you ever? I don't know. I've never really gotten sick this year that much. When I think about it, I've just like once in a while I get like a cough here and then, maybe a wheeze, but otherwise I haven't really been fully sick to where I feel like absolute crud. I probably forgot though. In realistically, like the first year, I might have earlier this year I might have gotten sick. I just haven't really remembered properly to recollect that, or maybe I just didn't want to remember that because it's just I didn't know. Because no. Let's see. I'm gonna leave that BNSF logo right there for now. That's definitely a placeholder. So I could, you know, I definitely need to think of some like other mini associates down here. Basically the ones that nobody cares about, but yet they'll just put it in anyway, just because it's necessary. So we're gonna do that. Moog, Zach, tools, logos. Yeah, Legion logo. Nobody's used that yet, surprisingly. Pure Tech, I'm using that for Fitzy's car and a few. Who's Ra? I don't know who Ra is. Hertz liquid performance. Ooh, that makes me wet. Need for Speed. I forgot I had that logo. Look how many logos I have. I have the Skittles logo if anybody wants that one for some reason. RXL Elite Series. Ooh boy. I think I have to paint cars to that, and Kenny's gonna get in my ass for that, but it doesn't matter. Uses Reddit on there. Just nah. I have this Collins rip thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Energizer. I think Energizer's been taken. I'm not quite sure. You know, I could put Jack Links on here as like a B-pillar thing. Where's your mod at? What do you mean your mod? You're no mod. Just kidding. You know, I don't know if you were fired from your Arkansas team. The Shining. Why do I have The Shining in I have The Shining in my logos folder. What am I doing anymore? You think you're gonna prank your mom? What are you gonna prank your mom at? I pranked my brother calling my mom, and that didn't go too well. My brother actually kind of overreacted. I'm gonna use that as a team logo. Definitely gonna do that. The cone is gonna be a thing. Hulu. That's gonna be an associate somewhere. Walmart. Someone already has Walmart, actually. Sad fact. But I don't think it really matters. So, this Geek Squad, I'm a geek. You're all geeks. You're all nerds. Spy Optics, definitely gonna open that one. That's gonna be somewhere in my somewhere. I have not seen the movie Scream. Wait, isn't that you're talking about the old movie, right? You're talking about that one. It's an interesting one. I've heard it's an interesting movie. Aces. I never thought about that one, actually. I still have Diesel 10 somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing here. AstraZeneca. What the hell is AstraZeneca? Aces logo. Let's do that. That's a good suggestion. Aces. Aces logo. There we go. Asses. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it asses. Nothing else. Nothing else. You know, freaking nothing else. I know it's a slasher movie, isn't? Yeah, Scream's a slasher movie. I've known that. Hey, you know, we need to just. I'm gonna watch The Room again. You know that movie's 10 out of 10. You know, eBay. Yeah, you know what? We could do eBay because why not? Or Amazon because. I do need to download those logos though, because those are definite logos I could use in the future. eBay wouldn't really fit in terms of the color right around here. It just wouldn't look alright, and I could just make it simply white if I wanted to, or black like the Ditech logo, just for consistency. I kind of want to add like mini logos, similar to that of like insignificant sponsors that we don't really need. So let's look at a 29 car for example. I'm pretty lazy with associates because those are like my least favorite things to add on actually, because they're just kind of useless. Like nobody wants this. Nobody's gonna pay attention to minuscule details when you're in game because they're gonna focus on the main canvas of the design, and so that's gonna be the important part, the important aspect of the car. So, and I'm just talking bullshit right there, but that's pretty much what it is. Hey mom, you wanna see this sick movie? It's called Slash. It's about it's an animated movie, clearly. It's about my life. It's 10 out of 10. It's pretty good, you know. Power, I've already used that logo. Carolina Nut. I forgot I had this base somewhere. I don't know. Oh, it was Tim Smith that made that car. Now I remember. Discount tire. Someone's already used that. Sherwin-Williams. I'm probably gonna use that one actually. Let's do that. Good recommendation there. I think most people can get. I think we can get away with Sherwin-Williams. Why did I? Okay, I'm dumb. Sherwin-Williams. We could go. I forgot I had that Subaru template actually. Target. Someone's already used that one. Jacob Companies could be a good bipolar sponsor actually, but I might use that for my Cup team and my Hardy's team. Usain Bolt test LDM's card that I just mentioned. Ooh. UPS Logistics. Valvoline. We could go for that one, but that is a... Due to sponsorship restrictions, that is going to probably get something killed out of my ass. So, that's not what I want. I think it's like a Ford sponsor in this. In terms of the Hardee's and Sony Cup universe, some Ford team has it. So, that will just make people mad that will just make Mr. Yamp mad at me for like, oh, you gotta change your logos and all that, you know, it doesn't fit the requirements of all this huckabaloo. I'm gonna probably put an outline in this one or just put it up top. I'm definitely gonna this could be a good C-pillar sponsor actually, so we're gonna deal with that one a bit later. I think this is merging with Athenian, so I could actually get away with some Athenian sponsors on here. So let's actually do that. That might be a good idea. I might put that as a B pillar for no reason, but or C pillar. I'll put that. I'm gonna put that somewhere on a car. I don't know when, but I think this is a bit too big for an associate. It might be a bit too big. Let's see. Might be a bit too small. Who knows? Who cares? It's just a thing. Numbers, logos, templates. Look at this. Look at this. Xfinity NASCAR. I'm just being silly if I do that. AFAC. Ask about your network. Super truck template. I have a lot of templates on here when I think about it. I still have not painted on the Cup 98 mod for those people that stick with NR. Still, I still haven't done that yet, actually. So I definitely need to paint some Cup 98 cars for the future, and that'll be fun to do. I haven't seen the templates yet, so I don't know what it's like quite yet. How do you instant save it to card viewer? I manually select the file type and folder. Cessna is a good one. That's a good recommendation. I'm trying to find like a sponsor similar to like Sherwin-Williams or. Let me see. Let me go a bit further down. I know there's some cars in real life, they don't always do that, but I'm kind of fancy on a lot of things though, so I'm kind of a bit OCD. PTC, let's go for that one. We could get away with that one. We'll have to see. If I have to change it, I'll change it, so it's not a big deal. It's just something I just don't like to do. I just don't want to, and I'm most likely gonna keep it consistent. I could use Dow, but who cares? It wouldn't matter too much. Oh wait, you know, I'm silly. I could use IKEA as well as an associate. As well, Hulu, IAMS. Hulu's gonna be like a. That's gonna be used for a different car actually. Yasha. I'm gonna use a Weeb sponsor. Let's go for it. You know, I know JBL's already taken in the Sony Cup series, so we can't really do much with that. Kangaroo Express, Katera. I love that sponsor actually. It's just KFC. That Kroger logo looks so messed up. That Logitech logo is pretty messed up too. Not using Martini. Oh, what I was talking about? I was talking about PTC. And we're gonna. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna color this. Oh goodness, it looked terribly pixelated there. I don't know. Looks like those pixels went retarded. Or retarded. Look at this coloring. It's such great shading, guys. This is better than Microsoft Paint, clearly. You can see how beautiful I do with this portrait. You gotta freaking beat on it. Smithfield is taken by a different team too. Yeah, it's that strict on sponsor rules, so that's how bad it is. Or it's alright. We're gonna move this Sherwin-Williams logo actually a bit over, so I'll move that over to the left a bit. We're gonna make this really small because this is a merge with the team, so it's gonna partner up a bit with this car, this team. At least from what I remember, they're gonna be. I'll have to ask them for more details on that, but I think that he's pretty much lenient with me on the. Because I don't really know too much about. I know they're merging this. Apparently, this team called Athenian, basically the RCR team and the Hardy's National Series, is going to have sponsors similar to this. But I think they're pretty much not many are gonna care too much about them. I always wonder how people can find sponsors so quickly. In terms of. That's something I wish I had. I could figure out which sponsors I could find. You know, I could definitely use some for associates in the future, because finding logos is a bit complicated. Then yeah, I could go for the Need for Speed, typical Need for Speed method, and just like freaking what was it? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make this BNSF logo an outline because I think it'll look easy. Oh, that's not how you delete a logo. This is the one I want to delete. Let's see. Yeah, logos are definitely a bit too big. I don't host this series in particular. I do an individual often league, but I've been busy with college And well, as well as these cars too. I have to do these cars too. So it's kind of like I put these in higher priority than my own offline league, if I wanted to be honest, because that's how I am. I don't like. I take care of other things than I take care of myself, which I know isn't always the best thing to do because that just means I'm kind of a doormat. But you know, I'd rather help people than. I'm a bit too generous. Okay, I think that's kind of one of the weaknesses I have. I can't really say no. Yeah, Fuel Bandicoot hosts these, so if you want to follow him on YouTube, no advertising intention. That's not intentional advertising. I'm just saying though that's he's gonna be hosting signups there in December. So for those actually watching, and I'm paying these cars, yeah, keep an eye out for December. Somewhere in December he's gonna be posting them. So I most likely will be commenting for the series. I'll have to wait and see how much time I have in terms of next semester in college, but I think we should be. I think mostly the series should be set for its future. If I'm not as busy, but I probably will be. K-Love is a good one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Definitely gonna use K-Love. Good recommendation. You guys are amazing with these recommendations. You guys are on a roll with these. K-Love Radio. Ooh, speaking of, well, we have Dirty Mo Radio though on there, so that we have Dale Jr.'s Dirty Mo Radio on there, so that we can still. I'll definitely put this on a different car though, so that's definitely a good associate I'll put in the future, or some other car. So let's. I had a sudden. I don't know what crosslink is. I know people. What is crosslink? Like. Oh, it's like those kind of things. Okay. Texas Prayer, great. Jack Daniels, alcohol and candy. I had a Truex sponsor that I just had to remember or in my head somewhere that. Not Furniture Row, obviously, but it was a different one. I don't think I can use it as much now, but there's an old 8 car I made a while back that I could probably use some Speedco. Could get away with Speedco as well. I don't remember Speedco's taken. I remember that logo. I do want to ask you all a question though. Have you guys actually watched Bob Ross in like Netflix at all or anything close to that? Like, cause I have, and I love listening to him. Verizon is taking my 14. Freaking Bob Ross is so relaxing, dude. I sometimes do my homework just listening to him, and it's so worth it. I can definitely get away with the Speedco logo. Speedco. I'm gonna put these in a group. I think that might be easier for me. Let's do that. Well, at least for this area. Associates. Okay, so we did that already. I'm gonna save this now. We better save our progress. And now we definitely need to do outlining on this baby. I'm gonna need to make this smaller actually in terms of my outlining purposes because I need to do that. I might need to get rid of this part of the logo at most. So let's do that. I'm gonna get rid of this R because it's just gonna make the outline look sloppy on it. I'm gonna do that. Let's make this about 6. I don't want it. 6 looks a bit too small. Oh, no, that's not what I want. BNSF Train Company. Still love that suggestion. Just you guys are so great finding different logos though. BNSF. There we go. Can't get my pronunciations right, or pronunciations, whatever it is. They're pretty inconsistent. Associates. We're gonna. Only reason I'm gonna do this vertically is just because they'll be like somewhat symmetrical, and obviously you gotta re-rotate them back to the fact that they can be they look right. Let's just say that they'll just look more right. It won't look as wonky. In the SCS universe, does NASCAR hoax the series? Well, I guess kind of. I guess I don't know. I guess the SCS is just a substitution, but I don't know what really would, because there's not really any consistent now. It's not really consistent. It's just, though in the logo, I think it's NASCAR Sony Cup Series, but we just call it the Sony Cup Series. I don't know. It's I never really thought about it. I think NASCAR does host it. We just replace NASCAR with Sony Cup or Hardy's Nationals. So we could just call it Fuel. I don't know. I mean, that's an online league, but I mean, you could get away with that. Because after Fuel Bandicoot, because we gotta suck on that nice old dick for his, so his nice white dick and his great everything. So I guess yeah, NASCAR does help out with the Sony Cup universe, so I guess it has something to do with it. I think it is time we put beep pillars on this baby, and then we're gonna be putting the numbers in and we'll be about done. Because remember, we don't know the driver of this car quite yet. For those that I can't really assign a driver, the owner can't really assign a driver quite yet. I hate this computer plug. I do notice your comments, Jim Jack. And now let's cut to the chase here. And oh wait, that's not what I want. I want a different. I want a layer group. B pillars. And voila. Okay. So let's start at the top here. I might keep this one white, just for the sole purpose of it, probably for now. I think I typically make it just brown, or why did I say brown? Orange. And the NR2003 EXC, if you're talking about the one from FTF, it's alright. I mean, I drive on a keyboard though, so I don't know what it's actually like to drive it on a wheel. Because if I drove on a wheel, I'd probably have a much better opinion on it. Because the one on a keyboard is a bit inaccurate. Because so I usually just shut up about it and just kind of adapt to the EXC itself. Because there's already a bit of a handle itself. The one, yeah, that's, okay, so the one from New World is the, is interesting actually. For the Gen 6 mod that I have to use for an online league, it's a bit wonky, but at least for the way it's aligned. But New World is pretty good at EXEs though. I won't deny that. He's probably one of the best EXE makers on there. So he's definitely one I would look out for more often. You know, I'm gonna make this white for now. So I have to paste it in the layer. That's the only disadvantage. I'll leave that white, just because I don't want it to blend in. Because if I use the orange, you would tell it blended in, and people would be like, "Oh, you're terrible at this. You're terrible B pillars." I usually try to get at most like a couple or few, like I'd say about 6 or so sponsors on here. I might put the team logo maybe as one of them, but typically I just try to get a lot of them on there. Like just to look super detailed on it. That's really what I aim for, is detail too. Though my main goal is to aim for the paint scheme itself, because the paint scheme is what, ooh, that's a bit too big, oof. Hello, Brazzers. Congratulations. You have made a lot of cum stains around. Do I like sexy gals? No, I'm clearly gay. I'm clearly gay. No, though I like women, okay? Congratulations. Thank you for subbing, I guess. That's interesting, though, hearing that I've gotten subbed by Brazzers, the Brazzers logo. Pretty 10 out of 10, you know. I get a lot of good women out of this. No, I'm not gay for real. It's just a joke. I was just being sarcastic there. I do not know KC3893. I don't know who that person is. Nor do I really want to know. I think I'm better off as a virgin for now. So, if she ever came to my house, I would avoid that. Because that is not my kind of thing. Mesmo, IKEA. Where am I going to find that IKEA logo? I swear I had that IKEA logo somewhere. Don't know where it went. Oh, that's alright. It's up to you. You do the honor here. I care less. One to answer questions or not. Oh, we do have an IKEA logo. How do you even find my channel? That's the question. Oh, that's why HI. There we go. Look at all these tabs that are open. Removing the color. What rules are you talking about? There's a bunch of rules, I guess. I heard iRacing is just wonky in terms of a lot of things. Oh goodness. The dimensions of this logo is ginormous as Godzilla. And the amount of reviewers he gets in that movie from 2014. And 98 too. I mean, the Ralph Schumacher one is pretty bad too. Or Roland Emmerich, not Ralph Schumacher. There's Roland Emmerich. Why am I saying Ralph? Because Ralph Schumacher is an F1 driver. Or it was Joel Schumacher, not Ralph Schumacher. Though I can understand the side drafting lacking in NR. No, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I'm making these logos too small. There's so much space I could put into it. I probably need to space this one actually out a bit. There's an old logo I need to really use again that I've kept consistent. I'd probably put Hulu actually in the B pillars actually. Yeah, Hulu's gonna be a B pillar sponsor. Hulu. I'm gonna put that in white. Do I like girls' butts? So, are you assuming I'm a ass guy or a tits guy? That's the question. I don't mind both, but you don't want a too thick of a woman. I think it's kind of typical of a guy to fall attraction to a woman that is really attractive and has certain features that will fill the criteria, and that will make the men's one of the most interesting anatomical parts of a man to rise. You do. You have a girlfriend at school. Congratulations on that. That's something a lot of us men in the NR community don't have. So, congratulations on having a girlfriend. You've achieved probably one of the best things in life. So, good for you there. Good for you, good sir. Good for you. I would ask everybody to clap for this guy, this Brazzers logo dude, because he is a pretty, seems like he's a stud, guys. He's a stud. But when I clap, it just sounds like I'm beating something. Disney, no. Ditech, I could do that. I could get away with that. I don't think anybody's taken Domino's, have they? And we don't have any pizza ones, so let me see here. Yeah, because the Shock 1 racing team is shutting down, so I don't think you touch your butt in class. You sure it's appropriate? You'd have to get really sneaky to do that. I commend you for that, for those efforts, though. Good sir. Goodness gracious, we have a loud sibling in the house, and Bertoli since 1985 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna deal with that one. Caltex. No, not gonna do that. Champion. That could be CM Racing next year. It could be Champions. You know, Lucas Oil. I haven't thought about it. I could use Lucas Oil as a B pillar too. The more I know. I don't think I have any other oil-related sponsors. No, I don't. I don't think Ditech. Ditech sounds like an insurance, like a housing company.
I'm not quite sure what Ditech does. It does have the form of a house, though, in my opinion. So, I'm probably just being oblivious, so... Knowing my ignorance... Let me see. Let me make sure AL81. Wales. It just goes to you, Fitzy. Congrats on that. So there's something good there for you. Look at some of the paint people here. So I'm on the official paint crew, guys. I'm such a cool person. Home loan. Okay, Ditech is a provider of home loan servicing, and refinance products to consumers and institutional partners in the U.S. That's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. That's pretty cool, actually. You know, I could get away with Hershey's as an B pillar. Let's do that one, actually. I actually do not have the Hershey's logo. All things I don't have. Hershey brands. Yeah, it does have, dang, it has, like, everything, doesn't it? Like, all the freaking saucers, like... all the candies. So I could have done that. I'll put Hershey's. Oh goodness, my phone almost died. Hershey logo. There we go. I'm gonna do this one because it looks authentic with the bar pattern and everything to it. The Hershey's Cup series. Oh goodness, this brings me back flashbacks of NNSCRA. Looks like this B pillar looks pretty unsanitary, honestly, though. On a scale of 1 to 10, this feels really terrible. Why does it keep happening to me? Oh, it's 21. Why is it all the way? Oh yeah, I put it all the way down there. Hershey's logo is all the way tilted. You cannot use champion logo. Might make this smaller. You're wondering how I'm doing this really fast is because I am actually using a couple of good old shortcuts on my keyboard that you just kind of know as you get used to your program of painting, your preferred program. You typically just kind of, sometimes you teach yourself or you look at you get curious. I get curious sometimes with this program, and I still have a lot to learn about GIMP, and I definitely need to learn a lot more about Photoshop, because I know a lot of people use Photoshop, actually, to this day, and it's probably one of the more preferred programs, actually, in terms of professionalism, I guess, because GIMP is kind of more arcadey, I guess, and people think it's a bit more sophisticated, and I can understand that. I've just been used to it, so that's why I say it's easier for me than Photoshop. I can definitely adapt to Photoshop. It's just a matter of patience in that. Because Photoshop doesn't really have I don't believe it has a shortcut for scaling. It's just kind of there. Obviously, this big picture is going to look really retarded because of the window on this side compared to the symmetry on this one, because it just does. I mean, it's not meant to be. It's supposed to fill most of this area itself right here. So I think we're pretty much done with most of this. Last but not least, I'm going to add the team logos on there, and then we can finally add the numbers here, finishing touches here, and we will be set to render this baby. And then I can paint another car, maybe just another one, and then we'll probably call it a night. Hopefully I know where the... I don't remember if CM Racing has a custom logo, actually. Because I do want to use the one that Chris Dodd had. It was just a cone, but I mean, I'd rather just get that one, cut that one out, and then simply just prosper from there. I don't remember specifically what it was, though. The Zootopia logo. Huh, nice. Why do I have an XM logo when I know XM is just the, Fitzy's gonna definitely want to have Vodafone on there. I figured you'd want that one. It's a good mobile company. Speedco. Looks like GIMP's gonna take a crap on itself. You want me to do that one? And, I think Bobby's supposed to do your cars, actually. So, Bobby's gonna be working on them. I swear I saw it somewhere. Might have been a JPEG, actually. I swear I saw something like that. There's the JB Motorsports logo. I have no idea where it went. It might have been near this area. It's called Dodd. It's called CJ Racing, though. So that's kind of unfortunate. It's called CM Racing now. I might have to ask him if he has a revised logo for now, because I figured he'd want to make the logo himself, unless he wants me to do it. Someone on Caleb or someone in the Sony Cup Discord needs to let him know about that. I don't know if he's online right now. He might be not. He might not be online. I'll have to ask him some other time. I'm gonna make that jack stop look. I'm not really gonna add an outline to this. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I could. I'll make that white, actually, just to make it stick out a bit. Just for the jack stop to, if he doesn't, he just needs to let me know and I can just make the logo itself. Alright, last but not least, we can do the number. So, finishing touches here. We're gonna go for this typical yellow shade on here. We're gonna go for brown in this one. Oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. Yuck, okay. That looks terrifyingly ugly. Invert this and then... Let's see. We're gonna experiment with this number. No, that looks terrifying too. White and black. I mean, we could. You think it would look better? I am in 7th grade. This dude has a girlfriend at 7th grade. Hopefully, she keeps in touch with you in high school, because high school isn't as bad as you think. Just don't stress over it too much. I wouldn't over-exaggerate that. Oh, shoot. Hopefully you haven't had sex with her yet. I think it's a bit too early to do that, don't you think? This 8 is trippy. That's just my recommendation. You don't want to give her an STD. Just an honest opinion there. I want you to be careful about that. Brazzers. Number's too big, so we're gonna slather that a bit. Maybe a bit too small there. We're gonna try and make it a bit proportional to that party's logo, but not too proportional, because we know that's. Maybe move this a bit to the right a bit, maybe center it a bit, or move it to the left actually. Might be a bit too slanted, to be exact. But you know, that's just kind of how the number's formatted. This is just the ARCA number. The more you know. Yeah, this looks a bit off center. When I kind of center the associates and the contigs, I kind of use that as a little placeholder for the car. No, you're not a pervert. If you like women that are pretty, it's kind of natural to be attracted to them. Now, if you think of them in a lustful way, then that is a different story. But be honest here, every guy has gone through this area, so you're not guilty. Everybody, and I mean everybody. Don't deny saying that, oh, I don't look at women like that. Well, at some point you have, so that's kind of reality. I mean, maybe you don't look at them now, but back then, or even, maybe even now, even so, you still look at that and you ponder about it. Do I deserve more subs? I mean, I just do what I do. I just try to have fun with this channel. I don't really try to... And even if I do advertise, I get a bit disappointed, because sometimes the results don't always show. So, it's just kind of part of the YouTube algorithm. It's just kind of the part of the YouTube system there. If you feel like you want to advertise my channel, I could care less. You could do it if you want to. I'm not the best in advertising, because I don't want to be like that kind of person that's like, haha, I'm going to show my work because I'm a show-off. Yeah, Jim Jack was actually in the chat earlier, actually, so... This 8 looks a bit... Actually, I need to look back at this 8 before I... Yeah, so... I'm going to compare it a bit. I kind of want to make sure that the size is about accurate, because it's not always accurate in some of these 8s. This 8 looks a bit too big, actually. I'm gonna make this a bit skinnier. There we go. It looks about right. Now it does. I do not watch Jim Jack's videos, actually. I haven't really looked into his channel that much, and that's just because of, like I said, pure busyness and other distractions, to be exact. Like, I just have other things in my life. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's doing 3 projects. Wow, that is a lot of projects. That is a lot of work, my good friend. Let me look into the... I'm gonna look into the Discord just a bit here. I got a lot of snaps from all people. Let's save this as we go. Like I said, I wish there was an autosave feature, but at the same time, I kind of just... It's just a habit for me just to save these, because I'm always afraid, in case GIMP crashes, we are... It's just for me, it's just, I'd rather be safe than sorry to save it constantly. It's better to save it constantly than just never at all. I'm gonna copy this again because I'm actually going to copy it onto the roof number. So that's gonna be our roof number here. Let's see how this number, ooh, a bit big. I think it's a bit too big on the car. So we're gonna make this slightly smaller. But otherwise, I think it looks just fine. I don't want that number too big because it's just gonna be ginormous on it. And now we can put this number onto the front end and the back end of the car here. I haven't put team logos in yet, so because I want to do that more often. I'm trying to actually make we're gonna make sure it's kind of aligned a bit properly here. Looks fine right there. We're gonna copy or duplicate it. Maybe make this a bit bigger. Better than putting the BJ McLeod number on there, honestly. Don said I could design his logo. Alright, so we're gonna experiment with the logo then, and we're gonna let's experiment with this Chris Don logo here. We're gonna do something with it. We're gonna search up for a cone PNG. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with our lives now? Because that is a clip art image. That's definitely what we're gonna do. It's such a mess at the moment. Which cone would be good? I kind of want to keep that trademark cone because I think it's just consistent with Chris Dodd's thing. Like, I could associate with the cone. A VLC media player icon. You know, I never thought, let's see. Icon PNG. You know, that's a good idea, actually. Ooh, you know, this one I could use, and we could go for a disco version. Like a disco theme. This looks more like a soccer ball pattern, though, but, should I just put... Now I gotta find some disco. I might have to restart GIMP though if I want to install some fonts though. So we're definitely gonna do some font hunting. If that's fine with you guys, I'm gonna do that. Logos. Where did I put it? There. VLC icon. Okay. The font. So let's look for something really disco-like. Da font. Groovy. I think you can have 4K MIPS. I'm not too sure though, but this looks like price down. I actually have a font like that from Chris it's the GTA font. I'll just make Chris Don's all like a hippie neon. Which one is that one? Oh yeah. Let's download that. I don't know whether I should install. I'm not really gonna install that in my computer. I'm just gonna put it in my fonts folder. Again, I have to restart GIMP if I want to. I think I have to restart the program anyway, no matter what. So good thing is that I already saved everything else. I'm definitely gonna, maybe we can go font searching for a lot of these actually. So we can, ooh, I like Weltron's Special Power. That's a nice one. That looks like the Flappy Bird font actually. So that's a fun, that looks like a little fun font. It looks like Gumball, maybe the Gumball logo. chocolate bar. Look at that one. That's aesthetic. That is truly aesthetic font. Yeah, I could definitely... I have a lot of fonts that I use for these. Prism, Autism. I mean, I'm gonna use this one though. This one looks nice. Also, we want to give a shout out to Mr. C-Dub here. Yes, that is the real C-Dub actually. And some fan of his actually made an intro for his offline series. So what a job for that. That's when you know you're gaining recognition, is when you have fans actually helping out and want to contribute with your series. And that's what I like about the community sometimes, is when you have the right amount of people, it's fascinating how they can help you out. Because when you get people to help you out, it is a cool thing. Starlight is awkward. Madonna, chocolate bar. I'm definitely gonna find some more fonts here. New fonts. Monte Cristo. Look at all these fancy ones. I need that. I'm clearly gonna get the Diavolo Nero. The Messenger. Ooh, look at that one. Though I feel like a lot of these are pretty much almost the identical fonts, if I wanted to be completely honest here. Signboard is, I've had a similar font like that. North to South. Look at this intense one. That's a nice one. I actually like this one. Qui Fin? What the hell does that mean? These are like good. Oh, what the hell is this? This supposed to mean? Queef just gives me some clickbait. I didn't get a boner from that. Herms. Ooh, I like that one. That's like a tense. That's like Thor. It's like Thor Ragnarok. Like punched me in the face. Okay, so we're gonna definitely. I'm gonna have to remember these fonts here. So. Drivers. These are ones that I've kind of used along. Misk, Neon, Weltron. I'd have to know you better to make you mod. Neon Weld. Okay, so I've got that. We're gonna need to restart GIMP, so I'm gonna have to exit out of it real quick. So let's save this baby first, and then we can finally take care of what we started. That means I gotta exit out of everything, literally everything. And now we can open up GIMP again. I need to get more subs and see them. Well, you gotta work hard to get those subs up, dude. And it's hard to get subs on YouTube. You just have to really I don't know. You just really need to gain more recognition or work hard. Show your product is really good. And it'll get some recognition. You just might have to advertise it here and then, maybe on some Reddits or some groups on Facebook or something like that. But you are, you'll do fine. You'll prosper. I wonder if you told Chris Dodd, Caleb, that I'm streaming at the moment. I don't think you did, but if you did, then I mean he's probably, I don't know if he's watching or not. So just let him know that I've been painting his car. I'm painting one of his cars right now, and I might be painting another one sooner or later. I don't know how long I'll be staying up, but I'd probably just at most go for 2 cars. I usually just go for 2 cars. I'm a slow painter, so I'm sorry about all that for those that are those that expect me to be a fast one, but I'm kind of a, in terms of the detail, I'm kind of a perfectionist with a lot of these things. So I kind of want things to be just precise. And so we're gonna go for neon, where hopefully I find that font. If not, Gunrunner. I have that one. There's Herms. We're gonna have to do some searching here. There we go. There is neon. That's a nice font. Alright, if you want me to do those, Cody, I definitely need to get myself the cars in a bit. Oh, it's too small. My goodness. That is terrifying. You know, did the spacing just get all retarded on here? Oh my goodness. It did. Okay, note to self. Fonts are way much bigger than anticipated. I'm gonna make this 247 to see how that goes. I'm just because I want to keep the cone consistent, because that is a Chris Dodd trademark. And we're gonna keep this nice and simple. Yeah, Team 48 Lowe's, the Jimmy Johnson fan himself, is here. It's better than that one Johnson fan that comments in the NASCAR videos about how he hates Kyle Larson and all that. I hate people that don't really have a justifiable reason to it, and yeah. There's not really a chat rule. I don't really am specific enough about. Oh, it looks like stream's having an issue. Team X Lowe's is mean. Stream is having a bit of an aneurysm there, so I'm sorry about that. If those are like wondering why the stream's kind of buffering, so yeah. Let me see here. Let's see. Sometimes Discord takes a bit of bandwidth for no reason. And I'm gonna save this as a PNG. Even though I technically didn't really make this, I'm just gonna leave it though. And I'm gonna put this in all caps so I just remember. Just gonna leave the disco theme on here because I love disco. Disco's pretty cool. I bet you are browsers, huh? Alright, time to add the cone once and for all. And oh my goodness, look at those dimensions. I wonder what the area of this would be. Thank you, based VLC cone. Now you can barely read the logo. That's the point of it. Though it's like kind of supposed to be kind of small and minuscule, to be honest. Look how organized I am. Oh, I forgot I had to no, still the wrong one. I am being silly. You know, I could just be creative and Jim Jack is Brazzers. Make that slightly smaller. I don't want it too big like that, but this is definitely going to be one of those copy and paste arenas ones. Logos that I just put at the end. Let's see. And save it, and I think we're done, everybody. Let's make sure we got all the details set. Sometimes I end up forgetting stuff like this, so don't really need much on the C pillar. Unless you guys want me to add some more crap on there, then I mean, otherwise I think we're pretty much set. B pillars look fine to me. Maybe they're a bit oversized, but they're, as long as they don't overlap into the window right here, I think that's what matters the most. So I think we're good here. So I think everybody's ready to see a render of this car once and for all. Like a pop logo. I don't know about pop logo. It might be a bit much. Now who knows? And now let's get to it. I forgot I have to save it in a stupid format. Thanks, Space GIMP. 18 and let's do 1.tga. I could add the. I'll do the pit people whatever. I don't feel like it. Some other time later. And now we're gonna exit. I'm gonna actually minimize this for now. So this is the car right now, and I think y'all are ready to see this. I'm gonna post this on my Facebook. I think a lot of you have me on Facebook anyway, so you also see this. So I'm like, oh, I did this in the stream. So cool. If you did that, just I don't know, type something stupid as long as it's good. I don't know. Cobalt version is just a color change / logo. Okay. And now look at 3Ds Max 2015 load up in Magic. It's 9:46 p.m. I think I might actually just do one car today because it's pretty late at night. So unless y'all want me to do one more, I'm gonna take a long time though. We have a relatively good crowd of people watching today. And I know not everybody's going to stick around because, one, a lot of us want to sleep, and how can you dislike on Facebook? That's not how it works. Angry reacts on it. Do my SCS right for Dale. Why don't you tell Bobby that? Bobby does your rides. Bobby is going to be doing your ride. At least I think Bobby's doing your rides, so I'd have to look back into that. Unless you'd have to tell Bobby that, because I'm gonna be the one to be painting a CBM, my own team, and some Fisher Motorsports. I think I'm painting some other funded teams. I think I'm painting one of the Turner Fenway cars, so. That's fun. It's the Affleck car. So look at that. Look at the blur on the top wireframe area. Yeah, that is sexily. So now we're gonna open up the material editor here. I pressed the M key here, so it's gonna load a bit. And now we gotta do some searching of the Camaro ST. And now, last but not least, we're gonna add the window net in game. Now let's get rid of this one. And I think we're gonna be set from here. Let's see how this turns out. The Playboy car from NASCAR 09. Didn't you have a scheme like that, Cody? I swear you did. Rick Johnson is a goat, okay? Not an insult. I meant like he is the goat. He's one of the greatest people I've met in the community. Such a nice guy. He's amazing with his streams too. Like, you ever watch his race streams? He's such a good guy. I think Rick's one of the most respected people that deserves more recognition. So, if you ever see his races, he deserves much more recognition than like a lot of us do. Jim Jack, we don't need to invade anybody else's privacy. So, did you do that for like that Cypher XR League a while back? I remember I saw your username in one of those league races. And so, jeez, how did you get away with that how did you get away with that, Cody? Come on. I don't know how you did that. How you managed to do that is quite a mystery. Honestly, they were probably like, "What the heck kind of car is that?" Or they're probably like, "Dang, I got my rod got really hot now." Dude, I dare you to show a picture in front of, like, in the stream or something like that, what it looks like. I dare you. You should do it. Go for it. Jim Jack wants the link. Jim Jack wants the link. He's in the game. He's freaking in it. He's in it to win it. Freaking in it to win it like Guy Fieri. Freaking everything. Freaking, it's great. Jim Jack is gay. Okay, so it's pretty good to hear. That's good. I think there's some good vibes here. You know, it's not that bad. Dude, we got a freaking party in here. Jim Jack wants nudes. Wait, if you say you're gay, then why do you have a girlfriend? You're contradicting yourself, man. What are you doing? I know you're just kidding, but. I live stream porn at 2 a.m. That's pretty hysterical. I got you that time, brothers. I got you. You are very sexily. So sexily. What type of porn? God. Oh man. My girlfriend wears yoga pants or sweatpants every day with no panties. Well, I guess, I mean, if you're near her, she's probably gonna wet herself. So, I mean, she's gonna be moist. So, I mean, you're doing a good job there. Let me open up my MacBook to see the secure amount of autism around in the community. The sim racing community can be very toxic and mostly toxic, okay? We have a bit of a cancerous community, okay? If you want to be honest here, the community can be cancerous, so because you're with the wrong crowd, well, you're pretty much in the bad area. Looking through SRG. Oh man, dude, he's got a Kyle Larson. I have that diecast. I have the Kyle Larson 51 diecast, so not bad, not bad. I am 13. Well, that makes sense if you're in 7th grade. You're 13 years old, so it's kind of the reasonable age. So good to know about your age. Good young sir. I mean, you did a good job. You're doing good so far. Again, you just have to know if she's going to the same high school as you, and you'll be set. As long as you two keep a good, steady relationship, I think you two will prosper in the future. Maybe even marry. I don't know what you guys will do. Number 8, Reese. We don't know the driver yet, so that's why I'm just putting the number first. Reese's Peanut. Knit. Other Cup, Chevy, Camaro. And we're just gonna save that. Now need to save the changes there. I'm gonna put myself in the background here real quick for now, so stick tight everybody. It's gonna be short. I just gotta post some stuff real quick via Facebook and Discord, but if you are in that, you guys already know, so I'll keep talking though to keep you all busy. So I do live stream good porn. That's fascinating. Like, you gonna give me some scientific information here, you know, about that porn? Is that what you're gonna do? You can sell to me. You don't get B-sauce or anything, so I mean. Number 8, Reese is. Posting. I do not make mods. I do not know how to do them, actually. I only design cars, render them. I make some offline leak videos, and that's probably about it. That's not... And crash comps. That's also the other thing I do. So, looks like it loaded really slow there. So, for those that are on Facebook that are watching me, or on YouTube that are watching me and have me on Facebook, you can like it, do whatever. You can just... I did this on the... Or say, I did this on the live stream. I saw you do this on the live stream or something. Or, I don't know. Something cheesy like that. Something like juicy. I'll get in the Discord real quick. I'm gonna add that photo on there, and then we'll be set to make another car, everybody. So stick tight. Again, we are almost done. So we're not quite over yet. We're gonna do one more. It's only been an hour, actually. Or 2 hours, to be exact. It's... Oh, Discord updating. Gosh dang it. Okay. No wonder why. That's what happens when you don't use the Windows that much for a week. Yeah. OMG, I saw this on a live stream. Whoa. The more you know. The more I know. I'll actually get Cody's stuff. Mr. Cody Lamas. Love ya. Oh, and the Cobalt version is just a color change. Oh, goodness. Discord's popping up my rear end. Let's see, yes, look at that. 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion is going to be Ray Black Jr., everybody. Keep an eye out on that 51 Rick Ware Racing entry. It's going to be so great at that. Let's see, let's get the 7Z file from Cody as well as the other one. Is it in a... Hopefully it's in a PSD, because GIMP, if it's in a... Whatever it is, I'm gonna die. I do need to get the mod, because I am pretty lazy with that. So... I think you might be the youngest, actually, Brazzers. Unless there's someone that's like freaking 10 in here, then I mean... Congrats. Someone named NR2003 Gamer ripped your car. I wonder who would have been. I wonder who. Okay, let's put this in the... I don't know where I'm gonna put this actually. I'm not gonna put other bases. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I should render this one because it's technically not made by me, so it's Cosmin made it. Unless you want me to make an entirely different concept scheme, that's up to you. At most, I just remade the colors, so that's just me not wanting to use the had to make a new folder for that. My Kingsford car. Wait, Kingsford isn't even a thing anymore. Or is it? I'd have to go back and see the 98 Splash and Go. I had to go through all this gunk because I haven't installed any of the stuff yet for the Cup 98 mod or for anything. At most, I'll send you a TGA code if I'm done with it, so you can do whatever with it. And because I have not actually. I swear I had it somewhere. Okay, I'm finding the link actually. Winston Cup 98 has been added to the download section. Congrats on that. So actually, let's get rid of this image. Download here. Okay. Basic templates. We want the complete ones there. This is the real OG templates we want. Just in case I actually want to paint some cards in the future. So that's something I want to do. I don't know how much space I have on my laptop. I still have a lot of gigs left actually, so. About Firedog. Oh, Cosmin an issue. Ooh, cool. Something black and yellow is my suggestion. Why does your girl have a big butt then? I don't know. You have a blessing then. You have one that has a thick ass. Okay, so we're gonna add a new folder here. Cup 98 CV. So we're gonna put that in here. Alright, so the other one is still installed. Wow, that is a lot of downloading for templates. So we're gonna actually, let's get, okay, so we're done with the Chris Dodd car. And I already saved the CM Racing one as a PNG, so we don't need to worry about that. So now we can, I'm gonna see what these others, okay, so I basically need to transfer these over to a Cup 98 car. Unless I want to, if I actually want to transfer all this crap over, then that's cool with me. Oh goodness, so we're gonna make it all modernized in a Cup 98 car? What are we doing with our lives anymore? Oh goodness, like the car, the design wanted to die. Where'd it go? It's like all, oh, okay. What the hell? Jesus Christ, what's with all these layers? I don't remember the layers being this retarded. Everybody, bye. I think I'm fine. I don't really want to make a mod, honestly. I just paint the cars that go with it, or something close to that. You know, it's just I don't remember how this cycled out. Oh, that's what happened to it. Okay. The more I know, it's just the chrome layers, or the opacity's huge. He made it more, okay, he used a chrome layer. I can't see, yeah, clearly can't see over it. You know, that's exactly what happened. You know, the more I know, I have a great live. Yeah, that's amazing grammar, my dear friend. Whatever freaking color this is, I'm not gonna care too much now. And then we're gonna steal that. Okay. Because the assumption is you want me to put this on a Cup 98 car, and I'm still waiting for the templates to download. Oh my gosh. That is why. Okay. That explains a lot. That's why it took so long. Winston Cup 98. Oh my gosh. That's why it took so long to download, because they're all in one freaking RAR file, 7Z file. That is amazing. I'll have to delete that later. I might be a bit quiet for a couple of minutes or so, because it's pretty late at night. So if I'm AFK, don't be surprised, actually. That's not the right one. What is this Chevy 98 transparent? I mean, is that so stunning? Oh, okay. Might be. Okay. So you want it on the new Monster Energy mod? Okay, that's cool with me. We can easily do that. We're gonna need the 48 numbers, obviously, so. I'm clearly gonna put this on a Ford, Camry, Ford, Dodge. Well, every school has multiple hallways, though. Obviously, not every scheme's gonna be symmetrical, and let's see, I'm gonna add a lot of crap ton of layers here. Okay. I have to reanalyze this car again, because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I'm pretty tidy on this, because the chrome layers are wanting to have an aneurysm with me, and that's not good. I do like this one. This one's a nice one. I don't remember this being a thing, but that's the difference in, you know, wait. I have Photoshop too. I could open it in Photoshop, but why would I make it more complicated than I should? It's kind of unnecessary, don't you think? I do like what he did with this scheme, though. Alright. We're gonna have to do some filling up. I'm gonna have to re-look into this. could steal some from a TGA. I could look at Cody's TGAs from one of his old cars too and look into it. And I think would be fine from there. This kind of sucks though, how it's not letting the chrome layer kind of ruins a lot of the thing for me. At least for my thing, it does, but it doesn't for everybody. Yeah, that's because it's supposed to be based off right here, and then I'm not quite sure where this protrudes. Unless it's supposed to be a silver. Let me reopen this. Okay, so that's supposed to be silver right over here. I don't really need anything right now. It's just more like I just have to look at the color scheme, and I think I'll be set from there because I think I know what I need to do. I think a flat would be nice actually, but like from your game, or that might help me a bit actually. But otherwise I usually can just get the colors from like let me make this a bit lighter. I'm not as fancy as Cosmin. Cosmin's a way better painter than me, and that's something, that's a fact. Okay, I see what he did. Obviously, he used the Lowe's logo for that purpose itself, and he curves it from there on. So, yeah, like that. That's perfect, Cody. Thank you. That's exactly what we want. Use it for the other one, please. I'm gonna try and work on this from here on because I think I definitely have a good idea now. He has all the sophisticated, like, paints and all he needs. You know, we could start with the back end first, actually, because I don't think we really need to match the back. Oh, we do need to match the back end a bit. I need to also look at some other Jimmy Johnson schemes. Because sometimes that also helps a lot with the how I can make the car. The 07 one looks fine. This is 06, but the 07 and 06 ones are pretty much identical. See, I don't know how this one, how the rhythm of that works, because it's a bit awkward. Okay, let's start with that one, actually. That might be a bit easier. We're going to start with black, because I'm this one up top. The yellow will go, the highlight yellow will go to the bottom. But, yeah, because I'm definitely going to be doing an outline of the black one. So, it's not a hard, I don't think, I think this will be a challenge for me, because I've never really tried painting a scheme via Cosmin's kind of style, but you wouldn't even call it a style, to be exact. It's more like indistinct. Cosmin's version will be a lot better than what I will ever do, Cody. If you want to be honest there, if I wanted to be honest there, Cosmin's a way better painter than I will ever be. Plus, I always paint your cars kind of late, Cody, so that's also kind of a thing. This one you don't need to be like proportionally even, but just right. And I think we can make that just fit a bit right there. This one might be a bit too big for my liking. Let's see. Because I'm not the guy that likes to rip off schemes either, because I'm not that person. Nothing beats the all-important save option. And I guess since I'm transferring it, it's part of what I have to do. I mean, I could care less. I mean, I kind of like it, I don't think it would matter. I mean, I think as long as you have a Lowe's car, I think it's what matters the most, dude. Honestly. I could make you like an 09 car if I wanted to, or like a... The 09 one's a bit complicated, but... Jimmy Johnson schemes are pretty fascinating, though. So, like, you have a... I think Eugene the Max made a one just like that one the other day, actually. Excuse me. Burp came in. Let's look at these Jimmy cars. I remember. Look at that one. Cut off, but still classic Johnson schemes to this day. Yeah, I saw. See, what Cosman did actually was use a lot of special like paints on there, and what I liked about it is that he used different glosses. You notice on the flat that you sent me earlier, the flat shows that it's actually, I think this one actually has a black side skirt, so I think we're good there. I'm actually gonna have to make this curved a bit. I need to re-look into that just a tad here. I've been painting since '09, if you're all wondering. That's how long I've been painting. Yeah, I know, it's pretty long, if you ask me. Oh, this looks terrible. This looks terrifying. Terrifyingly ugly, the way I did that. That is not what we want. We want it a bit skinnier. Gonna need to do some readjusting to this. I think this is actually, out of all things, this part was actually my least favorite thing of doing the Johnson scheme. When I did a Johnson scheme for Austin the Plant a while back. And yes, I know, it was Austin the Plant. It was pretty tragic. And I want to do it the curve there just for consistency. I'll definitely do some reworking on this white right here, because that's something I definitely don't feel proud of right now. I don't feel as confident. So, definitely do some retrimming for this one later. Because, see, it looks a bit curved right over here, so we could... have to do something. The curvature is a bit off, and I don't know if Cosman had issues with this. I don't think he did as bad as I did. That looks a bit better. Have I ever had a car legit ripped? As in a base ripped? People have asked me for bases, so people have asked me for bases and I've given it to them. Obviously, like, you know, I gave you a base the other day, so yeah, I think LaPlante ripped a scheme off, but that's just because he wanted to change the number and it just didn't work out. So I mean, it could go either way, honestly. So I mean, it really depends on the preference, and not really a preference, just depends on the person. There was this one person, like Pato's place used my Kyle Larson Terminator scheme on a custom diecast, but otherwise, I think that was pretty much the closest way I've been ripped. I don't think anybody's really ripped my scheme because it's never really been that, I guess, revealing of my schemes. Like, I reveal them, but I don't like send like an actual card file to the fact that it's a flat, and that I would make, if I made enough fictionals, I probably would get them ripped. So otherwise, I think I pretty much have, like, it's not really consistent enough, like, to the fact that I don't really get ripped off that much. It's more or less I don't really get ripped off. I don't really get ripped off overall. Let's just say that. I need to save Cody's picture on my phone here so I can actually look at it and multitask a bit. And then get my MacBook open here so I can see the chat. I don't want to go through my tabs and all that, due to the fact that I don't want to worry too much about it. So looks like the crowd's declining. It is getting late at night, though. I think once I finish up some parts of this car, I will call it a night, everybody. So just notice it, 2 different sides. It does, yeah. The more I know. So I have to mirror it a bit. I can definitely mirror one side, but I can't mirror the other, basically. So I have to do an individual design for that, which is gonna suck, but it's alright. Yeah, because one is doing the oh, I hate these kind of schemes. Okay, asymmetrical schemes are like for me, it's a nightmare to do, because, well, there's my challenge today, guys. That's gonna be a fun one. I'm ready to die. Tons of layers I'm gonna have to add now. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm stubborn about a lot of things. I mean, if you want me to do exactly what Cosmin is, I can definitely do that. I just have to take a lot of time doing it, which I don't think a lot of us have right now, because I'm slowly getting tired too, and who isn't at this time of day? Let me actually undo that a bit. What am I doing here? It's like I'm on drugs. There's no blackout layer in this one. Oh, there is a blackout, so I'll add that later. Also, what I hate about this is the roof rails. You see it kind of ends around here, so I'm probably just gonna have it. You see, it's just, when I look at the flat, it's simply, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not that bad. I curved it a bit too much, actually. It doesn't have much curve to it. It doesn't even have a curve at all, actually. It's just kind of straight. Yeah, this template's actually a really wonky template in my opinion. It's definitely one of the weirder templates, but it's a fun template to use if you get the hang of it. And it's, when you mirror the base, it's actually asymmetrical. I will add my flare, like the Blaze Alexander one you're talking about, or the so that one's a classic. Yeah, I've noticed Jimmy's had that, and that's what makes me respect Jimmy. Oh, definitely need to make this silver darker. Okay, way darker. For now. This is the really old one. I forgot I had that one. Jeez, that's how well, damn. Yeah. I think after I'm seeing this, I'm just gonna call it a night. I know everybody's kind of set out themselves for the night, because it's almost that time to sleep. It's almost midnight for some, so I know that. See, it kind of ends over here. And then, oh goodness, there we go. Wrong one. I'll just leave those. Okay, so it does not have a blackout, unfortunately. What is that metallic crap? Looks terrible. Oh wait, there it is. Now that will justify how it's gonna look on the car. Now look ahead here to look at the Lowe's logo. I'm just kind of pre-planning to do this. That's a lot to look at. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it a night here. Definitely gonna save this as I go. If I work on this later tonight, I'll just give you a work in progress, basically, for some of y'all. And a lot of people actually watched the stream tonight. I hope y'all had a wonderful time here. Cody, I'll definitely be working on this probably later tonight or in the morning tomorrow, because I'm just a bit tired right now. I know it's 10:30 in my time, but it's still kind of late, so hope y'all are having a absolute wonderful time. God bless everybody here, and have a good night, and hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow here, or for some today. But yeah, hope Thanksgiving goes well for you. Have fun, eat a lot of turkey or something like that. Just eat a lot of good food here. Just bon appetit. And like I said, have a good night. Hope you all have a wonderful day tomorrow. And hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.